Hello, Prayerful Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I am so happy to be with you today. Today is a wonderful day for us to come together. And I just want to acknowledge you right now for taking a break from everything that is taking place in the world. I can say that within the past 24 hours and even beyond, we have been inundated with so much information, and that it is for this moment that we have been called together. We've been called together to anchor in prayer. And so anchoring in prayer requires that we acknowledge what is going on in the world. So within the past 24 hours, if you are here within the United States, the president finally formally acknowledged that we have a pandemic emergency taking place. And that emergency has to do with the coronavirus. It is impacting us all over the planet. We get an opportunity to see how closely we are related. In this whole process, in your particular state, your province, or wherever you are, you probably will acknowledge too the fact that we have leaders that are scrambling, creating, and looking at how they can create a place of safety for all of us. My comment is we all get to participate and we all get to contribute. This is some opportunity for us all to come together for our love of humanity, our love of our families, and the love for ourselves, and especially our neighbors, because we're all connected to each other. And I want to share a story with you. Many years ago, I had an opportunity to sit in at a meeting. And this meeting was right after Magic Johnson had announced that he was HIV positive. And I know that it stunned the entire world. It awakened us in a different way. And I had attended church that Sunday. And while in church service, the minister began to share a story. And this story had to do with the world being stunned and being challenged when he was a little boy, when it seemed like everybody was getting polio. Parents were afraid to send their children outside because they thought it was in the air. So they kept their children close to them and in the house. And what happened was everyone from different faiths, they all came together and they began to pray. There's this thing about what we focus on expands. And they began to focus in prayer. And because of their focusing and their prayerfulness, the universe yielded a gift. And that gift was a serum that would address polio. And so today, here, if you live in the United States, we don't know much about polio. And the reason we don't know about polio is because that serum was developed. And we're living healthy lives. And I share that with you because this is an opportunity for us all to rise in this moment. And rising in this moment calls for us to follow direction as best we can in terms of what we're being told by our leadership. It is an opportunity also for us to support the clarity, support the intention of healing to take place by our actions. First of all, we must remember that our actions are a prayer. And so when we are told to wash our hands, that we should practice and be sanitary in terms of how we take good care of ourselves. Washing our hands is a very important part. Wiping down surfaces is a very good part. Actually, we're being called to rise to the occasion. So I'm going to be doing some prayer in a moment, and I'm going to also leave you with an affirmation. And this is an affirmation you can use that will support you in staying healthy. So when you're washing your hands, there is an affirmation, and the affirmation goes like this: I am healthy, I am loving, I am whole, I am grateful for my perfect health. I am healthy, I am loving, I am whole, I am grateful for my perfect health. To use that affirmation when you're washing your hands can shift and change and move us forward in a healthy way. Ernest Holmes shares this wisdom. He says, we have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer, a power that overcomes every obstacle in our life and sets us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed and prosperous in a new life, in a new light. That was from Ernest Holmes. So I'm going to invite you to join us today as we move into prayer together. There's the saying, a family that prays together stays together. And we are a universal family. And so I'm inviting you to share this prayer with everyone. It doesn't matter what faith they are, where they come from. Let's just share this prayer and allow this prayer to be viral. Allow it to be pandemic in supporting and creating balance and harmony in the world. So I invite you to pause with me for a moment to release everything you've heard, all that is in the media right now, and just breathe with me. I want you to just slow your minds down for a moment. So as you're breathing right now, I want you to breathe in on the count of 5. And exhale on the count of 5. Breathe and exhale. And I just move into this place now, just acknowledging that divine presence that is everywhere, alive within everything, that one source, that one power, that one spirit. I'm acknowledging that divine all-knowing consciousness that knows what to do, how to do it in its perfect way. I'm acknowledging the omni-action of this healing presence that we call that one life and one power, that is perfect and good, that is the divine essence of all things. And I'm acknowledging it as the center of life, the center of all humanity, that center that beholds the truth, that is abundant, lacking nothing, and that divine presence that is always expanding itself, fulfilling itself, and creating in a greater way beyond that which we cannot even imagine. And in this very moment, right here, right now, I acknowledge the beauty of this divine essence that is alive right where I am, moving in me, through me, and as me. And I know that that same power and same presence is alive and thriving right now within each individual that is hearing this prayer, those that are viewing this prayer, and those that we can think of, our loved ones, anyone that is nearest and dearest to our heart. And what I know about this wonderful presence that thrives within us, it is that divine essence that is self-aware, filled with wisdom, filled with life, discerning truth and allowing for the truth to expand itself and reveal itself within and through each and every one of us. And I acknowledge it as the power and the presence that has already gone before and prepared the way. I know that it is anchored in love. It is anchored with the intention of wholeness and love and joy. And I know that it is the energetic that is moving in every action. Anything that is related to life and our wholeness and our growth and our thriving in a world that works for each and every one of us. So I'm acknowledging that power and that wisdom right now as clarity, as that divine essence that is succinct within itself, within our leaders in the world. I'm acknowledging it in the unity and that divine essence of coming together and supporting the highest and greatest good. I'm acknowledging it right now within our medical professionals and our scientists and all the work that is being done and created right now. I'm acknowledging it as that vibration within all of our labs, as the wisdom, as that healing presence, as that divine light. And I just magnify that energy of love right now, knowing that that energy of love sustains itself, that the energy of love fulfills itself, that the energy of love is expansive and overflowing. I'm acknowledging it as life ever giving of itself. And as I acknowledge that divine presence, I know that that healing presence is the same energetic that fulfills itself on all levels, in all ways. And what I know is it brings about a peace that passeth all understanding. I know that that radiance is the divine radiance that fulfills itself and it energizes itself right now within every cell of our being. I know that it is that divine essence that is overflowing and supporting and uplifting all of humanity. So what I know is the blessings are overflowing right now. That perfect good is the light of light expanding itself and revealing itself. And what I know too is that in this energetic, the infinite possibilities fulfill itself. So I'm so grateful right now for the blessing of spirit. I'm grateful for divine love expanding itself as wholeness, as love, as joy, as divine wisdom. I'm giving thanks for the unity of spirit coming together in a practical way from all walks of life, that sacred presence of divine love in action. And so it is in this space right here, right now, that I simply release these words into the action of universal law, knowing it is perfect and knowing it as good. And I invite you to join me by simply saying, and so it is. Amen. I want to look into your eyes, and the great part about this whole process is we can still look into each other's eyes and behold the presence of love. I'm going to say love is the healing factor, and love will create that space of resilience. So walk in the prayer of love and walk in the prayer peace. Follow instructions. Make sure you keep hand sanitizers available. Make sure you are drinking and fortifying yourself with everything you need. And the most important part is to be a place of safety. Safety for yourself and safety for everybody concerned. Thank you. I love you, and I'm going to look forward to talking with you again. Have a blessed day. Namaste.